Hi guys, and welcome to Escape Wheel Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing the Depancel Mono Eye and Mint Green. So I received this watch for free. I don't have to send the watch back, but you guys know the deal by now. No matter how I get a watch in for a review on this channel, you're always going to get my fair and honest opinion every single time. And if by the end of this review you do want to pick one of these up, I'll be leaving a link down in the video description that'll take you right to the Depancel website, and you can pick up the watch there. So the price I am seeing online is $495 US. That does include DHL express shipping. I believe you can also option this with a deployment class for like an extra $10 or something like that. The watch comes only in this mint green colorway, as you can see here. I think it looks really, really nice. There are some value based movements. They're obviously a little bit thicker and a lot more expensive, and I believe this eye gets shifted to the other side. So just keep that in mind. This is just for the Mecha Quartz version. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has a mineral crystal with AR coating, has a push-pull crown, a screwed-in case back, as you can see there. 50 meters of claimed water resistance, and the watch is powered by the Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement. So Depancel, they are a French microbrand started in 2018 by a watchmaker and motorsports enthusiast. So most of his watches have this kind of motorsports theme, and you can definitely see it in this design. But are the watches any good? Are they worth your hard-earned dollar? I say we dig in and we find out. But before we do a quick wrist check today, wearing the Chronos L6037. Absolutely still loving this watch. All right, so let's talk about dimensions. Got a case diameter of 38.9 millimeters, case thickness of 11.7, got a standard 20 millimeter lug width, got lug tip to lug tip of 45.7 millimeters, and on the supplied leather strap, weighs 67 grams. So I love the size on this watch, 39 millimeter case, good length as well. Nice and thin too. You got some nice sculpting of the mid case here, so you got a little bit of turn down there to the lugs. Yeah, I mean, it just wears very nice, very comfortable. Yeah, the dial is quite large on this watch, so it gives a little bit of wrist presence, but honestly, I don't think it wears any bigger than a 39 millimeter watch feels to me. So yeah, I do like the way it wears. I'm gonna go outside right now and throw it on my wrist for you. Here we are on my 7.5-inch wrist, and I think it wears great. The big dial gives it a little bit of presence, and I mean, it hugs the wrist nicely, as you can see there. There's no real sharp edges on it. Even the clasp, I really like how the clasp integrates. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but there you can see how the clasp kind of hugs the strap. I think it looks really good. It does feel a little stiff on the strap, but I think it'll break in over time. And but yeah, I think it looks really, really good here. But let's go throw it on some other straps. I did want to pop out in some direct sunlight here. You can see looking really good. Just a little bit extra detail on that dial that you don't really get in the shade, but I think it looks fantastic. And here we are on a light gray suede strap. I think because of the colors of this dial, you're going to be limited to grays and steel and black. I think that's really all that's going to look good on this watch. It does look good though. And here we are on a Milanese style mesh. This is one that I have off of an old Pagani design, but I'll give you an idea of how the just generic Milanese should look. This thing, I actually think it looks pretty good on it. What do you guys think of that one? And lastly, here we are on a black nylon strap. There's only one layer underneath the watch here. This is a Sifu strap. These are awesome straps. If you want to check them out, I'll leave a link down below. But yeah, I think that actually looks really, really good. I think all these strap combos actually look pretty good. All right, let's go back inside and let's get back to this review. All right, so let's talk about the case finishing. So case finishing, very nicely done. It's a mixture of brushed and polished surfaces. So you can see here on the tops of the lugs here, we have a circular brushing, pretty nicely done, nice and consistent, kind of that vintage texture to it. We have a polished bezel here, as you can see. Again, done really nicely, no issues there. We have horizontal brushing on the sides of the case. You can see here we have this little plaque that's kind of, I don't know if it's actually screwed in or if it just looks like that, but I'm guessing there's like a numbering, a serial number type thing. This is just a pre-production unit, so yeah, it doesn't have it completely filled out, but I don't know. I didn't see anything online about this. So if anyone else knows what that is or what it means, let me know in the comment section. I'll pin it so everyone else can figure it out. But Very nicely done, I gotta say. The finishing on the watch is excellent. You can see the brushing, nice and consistent all the way around. We have a signed octagonal crown here. You have a little bit of pop of red there as well. Looks really good. Simple polished pushers here. But yeah, everything is done very nicely. We have these nice high polished chamfers, as you can see here. Really nice, high quality. Looks good. The transitions are nice as well. We have a high polished chamfer on the bottom of the case as well. So this has all been rounded off really nicely. It just feels super smooth and super high quality in the hand. So I'm very happy with the case finishing on it. There's really no sharp edges on it anywhere. Flipping it to the case back here, screw in case back with 6 screws holding it all in place. You can see the Depancel logo there, a little bit of a spec sheet around the outside, assembled in France. Chronograph, 5 atmospheres, water resistant, stainless steel. It all does look very nice. I got no issues with it. Everything feels nice and smooth. It's fully brushed there, so yeah, it all looks, again, very nicely done. So overall, the case finishing on this watch, it's been done very nicely. The nice rounded edges are what kind of put it over the edge. You know, sometimes these bottom edges or these corners can get a little bit sharp, and you can feel that, definitely feel it in the hand, and definitely feeling it while you're putting it on wrist. But not in this case. They did a really nice job rounding everything off, and the finishing is done to a high standard as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the case finishing on this watch. All right, so let's talk about the crystal on the watch. So the big thing here is that it is a mineral crystal, and I know people are going to get put off by that. And they definitely should be, especially at this price. We kind of want to see sapphire. But what I will say is it is a very, very nice mineral crystal. It's box domed, as you can see here. Has some blue anti-reflective coating and tons of it. This is one of the most clear dials I have in my collection currently. And I mean, it is a really nice crystal, just let down a little bit by the fact that it is mineral. As a watch reviewer, I see a lot of watches. I have a lot of watches, and I can appreciate a really good mineral crystal. This is that. Mineral crystals are less reflective than sapphire crystals, so even if they put this same amount of anti-reflective coating on a sapphire crystal, not only would the price go up, but it would have more reflections, and it would kind of ruin this dial, in my opinion. So I'm okay because I have so many watches in my collection. You know, it's not a daily watch for me. Yeah, I'm okay with the mineral crystal, but yeah, I know some people are going to be put off by that, especially spending $500. You kind of want sapphire, but man, is this a nice mineral crystal. I mean, just look at this thing sitting up above the bezel there. Nice distortion on the edges, and again, just tons of anti-reflective coating. It is a really, really nice mineral crystal. All right, so let's talk about the dial. There is a lot going on this dial, and I think it looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. It's that nice icy mint green color. It looks really, really good. I do like that color a lot. We have a black chapter ring around the outside there, which has the tachymeter scale, and the tachymeter scale, surprisingly, I don't know if you guys can see it there. It is in miles per hour. So that was something that kind of surprised me. I kind of figured France was in kilometers per hour, but maybe not. I really don't know. But that's kind of interesting. It's not something I'm ever going to use, but it is there if you decide to use it. And then on the inside, they also have a pulsometer scale. So again, 2 different types of measuring on this one, or 3, I guess, if you just take the minutes and seconds into account. But yeah, it's all done very nice. It's all very clean. The mint green, it's a glossy. You can kind of see it right down here. It is a glossy enamel finish. Looks fantastic. And then on the inside, you have this circular brushing, blackish, grayish color. Looks really good with the Depancel logo. And it all looks very good. It is separated by this nice polished ring, as you can see there. So there's a lot of detail going on this dial. I think they did a really nice job on it. You have your sub-seconds dial here. Again, circular brush there, looking really good. It's got some light play on it. It's got some coloring, the green 60 and the red on the some of the markings there. So again, it just looks really good. And again, that one also has that polished ring. So you do get a lot of light play off of this dial, which looks fantastic. You have applied indices at all the hour markers there. They are very nicely done. I didn't even realize that they were red little markings on it. They just look black in person, but under this bright lighting and under the macro lighting, you can see that they are little red dots there. Just aids in the legibility, gives a little bit more color to the dial, I guess. But they're very nicely done. Again, brushed on the top, they look like polished on the side, so they do catch the light nicely, as you can see there. And they're all aligned nicely, it looks like. You have your Depancel logo there at the 12 o'clock position, again, applied and filled with Lume. The handset on it, you got some red going on the handset as well. The hands are nice and big and bold. It's easy to read this one, I will say. Really happy with the legibility on this watch. They did a very nice job. The handset, again, brushed and polished with the red stripe down the middle. It all looks very, very good. And then a full red seconds hand there, reaching right out past the minute track. Again, just done really nicely. It's a very high quality looking dial with lots of light play going on the sub dials and the polished rings and the applied markings. It's all done very nicely. The Lume on the watch is a little bit disappointing. So here you can see it against a couple other chronograph micro brands that I have in the collection. It kind of gets destroyed by that Vostra Vector, but that watch is kind of an anomaly. It's really, really strong Lume on that watch. I don't put too much weight into Lume on a chronograph. The fact that it is there and it is decent. It's not something I'm going to use, you know, at nighttime or anything like that. So I give it a pass, but definitely at this price point, we'd like to see a little bit better Lume, even though it's not super important on a chronograph. All right, so the movement inside is the Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement. You can see they removed the 24-hour subdial. I think everyone will be happy with that, and then we're left with this kind of mono eye look. I think it actually looks pretty cool, but functionality, it's the same as any other Mecha Quartz. So it is a quartz movement with mechanical aspects to it. It has a 3-ish year battery life, and then plus or minus 20 seconds per month is the stated accuracy, but in my experience, they're much more accurate than that. So yeah, they're great movements. I have no issues with them at all. The functionality is really nice. You have nice clicky pushers here, so nice solid feedback on the pushers. You have 5 ticks per second on the sweep of the chronograph hand there. Press it again, it'll stop it. Pressing the bottom button here resets it, and everything snaps right back into place. The alignment on this one is just spot on. The crown action on this watch is very, very tight. I don't know if, you know, other ones are not like this, but this is very, very tight to a fault, in my opinion. It feels like the gasket inside hasn't been lubed or greased or anything like that, or it's just huge. So yeah, really tough to pull out this, the crown, and then you got lots of resistance on the crown too. Again, kind of to a fault. Like, I don't mind the resistance being high, but when I pull it out and I can't tell where I am, like there is a ghost date position and I can hear it clicking around back there, but I can't tell when I'm in that position, and I can't tell when I've pulled out the crown all the way because there is no running seconds hand on this watch. So you don't really know until you start turning the hand or turning the crown and you see the hands move. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a muddy feel, and again, it's just a lot of resistance on that. Other than that though, I think it's fine. It's not a screw down crown or anything like that. Ghost date position, kind of expect it on a watch like this with this movement. So yeah, I'm happy with the movement. I think it functions great, and I think it's going to be a very durable and long lasting movement for you. All right, so let's talk about the strap on the watch. So the strap is 20 millimeters. It tapers down to 18 millimeters. So there's a little bit of taper on it. It's a rally or racing style strap. As you can see here, nice perforated leather. It looks really good. It feels really good. It smells really good. Down here, it's pretty flexible, but up at the lug opening here, it is pretty stiff, as you can see there. I think it will kind of break in after time, and it does kind of conform to my wrists already. But yeah, it's definitely a little stiff, a little bit thick, nicely padded. We do have quick release spring bars, which is nice. We have a floating keeper here. We have a stationary keeper. You do have the Depancel logo here. This underside, it's kind of like a suede-ish material. It's a little bit of a softer leather. Really interesting, but again, super comfortable. The buckle here, you can see Depancel logo there. It's got some nice sculpting to it, as you can see there. There's a lot going on this buckle, and it's a very good one. You can see when I put the buckle on here, it kind of just wraps right around the strap. So there's nothing that sticks up or anything like that. It's a really good buckle, and I don't usually put too much weight into a strap buckle, but it looks really good. And look at that, even on the underside, it is Depancel branded. There's no sharp edges on it either, so sometimes you can get these things where this back corner here is sharp and it kind of digs into the wrist and hurts, but that's not the case here. It's a really nice buckle. Very nice strap as well, and we do have a little bit of splash of color here with the French flag colorway here stitched in. Just a little Easter egg. I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, the strap, other than being a little bit stiff, but I think that would kind of sort itself out if you wear it on this one more. But yeah, other than that, the strap is actually really pretty nice and high quality on this watch. So there you go, guys. That is the Depancel Mono Eye in mint green. If you guys are in the market for a racing style of chronograph, there's not a whole lot out there. There is some other brands that do it, but I think this one actually looks really good. You know, I think $500 for this watch. It's a little bit of a steep price, especially from, you know, from my point of view, coming from the world of Chinese watches. This is a lot of money for a watch with mineral crystal. Yeah, it's still a little bit difficult for me to purchase a watch in this price range with these specifications. You kind of want to see a little bit extra, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of companies doing these mono eye racing inspired chronographs, especially in this colorway. I think it looks fantastic. I know the Valju one sold out like immediately. So this is kind of their more attainable one, and I think it does look fantastic, and the watch is actually really nice. So yeah, if you guys want to pick this one up, I will be leaving a link down in the video description. Other than that, I think that's it for me. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.